What's up? What's up, Aqua? What's up? What's up? You are first. You are number one. What's up, Sung? How you doing? How are you guys doing? Look at my tracker. You're gonna be happy, am I? What's happening with your tracker? What's up, Jax? What's up, Steve? Yeah, early stream, but it's gonna be an early end as well. I do have plans to pick up a CPU around 7 or get there around 7, so I'm gonna probably have to leave around 6:30. So it's only gonna be like an hour and a half stream. What's up, William? Your hair looks good today. Thank you. It is getting long though. I want to get it. Well, I probably want to get it cut eventually, but how do I get a review? Go post your tracker right now. Get your review. Since you're first. You're the first one to ask. Which CPU? 9950 XGD. Finally got my hands. Well, I was on vacation, so like they restocked when I was on vacation, so I asked one of my friends to get it for me. So, thankfully, I was able to get it. So I just had to meet up with my friend and then change like the payment method. Yeah, that's true. Aqua was first. What's up, William? I'll get you third, okay? Hold on, give me a sec. All right, sorry. Okay. I'm ready. All right. So, all right. I'll just go in order. All right. You'll see the difference when you play with your girl. Do you just like you activate when you're playing with your girl? Is that what you're telling me? You start trying a quartz. I'll get Jack second and then William third. Wait. Wait, Aqua, you've been climbing, no? Didn't I look at your account when you started bronze? And now you're gold? See? You understand it. You understand it now. To be fair, I feel like you haven't even played that much before I even like reviewed your account, so you're kind of a fresh person to review. I mean, I will say the Jet win rate is looking a little sus, but I mean, I don't know how you're killing it on Reyna. Okay, I wonder if you just keep playing Reyna, but Jet. So you're saying you deactivate when you, so you get nervous when you play with your girl? Are we getting nervous or what? Like, what is that? Seems like you play a little different. That's funny. That's funny. It's okay. It's only 2 games. It seems like all your solo queue games you like legitimately almost always carry. So that's good. Gold be cursed? I mean, you just got here. Just keep playing and you'll be fine. Just keep going. Keep going. I think you're doing fine right now. You're on the right track is what I can say. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. All right. Just don't just always remember, let your nerves reset. And don't be nervous. Easier said than done, though. Easier said than done. Okay, Jax, and then I'll get William because William was first on TikTok. So let me copy this. Okay. Mau Mau. I'm not gonna lie, I just think you need to play more for the most part. That's what I think. And stop filling. No more filling out of you. Alright. No more filling. Considering that you don't even play that much. I mean, you can play more, right? It seems like you did play more before in Act 2. But, yeah, what's up, Jacob? How you doing, man? You haven't played as much lately, I would say, but I think it's still technically acceptable. But if you're gonna play this little, then you gotta maximize your time in terms of wanting to get better. And you have to have a solo like main agent. You have something with stream? What do you mean? So have a main agent, that's for sure. The biggest thing I would say. And then DMs, you don't do that much, but you could probably also work on your mechanics as well. I don't know how your mechanics are. Could be good, could be bad, I don't know. So go test yourself and do this. I guarantee this routine will get you gold. Alright. And then do those two things and then see how that goes. Does that sound good? I mean, you're not necessarily even hard stuck, I'm gonna be honest. But I think this should only help you climb even faster. In theory. So it's up to you whether you want to do that or not, but you know. Hopefully that helps. Alright. I'm trying stacked monitors for the first time. I have much more desk space. Yeah, that's why I kind of do them vertical now. I see nothing of a black screen. Chad, do you guys see a black screen on TikTok? Or is it just Jacob? Is it a black screen or no? I don't think it should be. Yeah, it's just him. Yeah. Just him, just him. Shut up, Steve. Trolling. Alright, William, we'll get you next. It's so small an echo? What do you mean? How's there an echo? There probably shouldn't be an echo. What is this? Alright, William. My friend is teaching me, but he said I'm doing good. I'm calling from Apex. Okay, sounds good. What's up, Davide? Do I remember you? I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember you. I feel like I only remember the ones that are like here almost every day. And like active on chat. The whole stream is trippy, is it? You might have to restart as well then. Because I don't think it's on me. Alright. So yeah, we're new, but you haven't really played that much. You just started. The guy you told played duelist and not chamber went from gold to diamond. Hey, well, bro, there you go. You see what I'm saying? I get people in here every day that like, not everyone, right? But I do get people frequently that come back and tell me that they've climbed from my advice. And I get people like yesterday that tell me that whatever I tell people is useless information and not helpful. So it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me how people come to these crazy assumptions. What's up, Gacker? What should I do? I thought you had a beard. What do you mean that you thought I had a beard? All right. Anyways, since you're new to the game, I will say like you could probably benefit heavy from watching this. So do this. I guarantee this routine will get you to gold, and make sure you learn mechanics. All right. Any advice getting out of diamond? Seems more hell than gold. I mean, it's too vague of a question. Everyone's problems are different, so I can't give you a specific answer. Vouch for that routine hella? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, if you don't have this mastered by now, like, it's legitimately just like a fundamental thing you just have to know in this game to be good, right? Like, every Radiant player knows how to do this well, you know? So if you don't know how to do this, then just do it, right? And if you're new, it's even better because, what is the cam size? What do you mean? The cam size is normal, no? What are you guys talking about? I think cam should be normal. I think I'm getting trolled. I'm geeked. All right. Guys. Hold on. All right. Well, everybody relax. Everybody's saying I'm X rank. What do I do to get out of X rank? We can have another discussion, but let me just tell you that that question itself is flawed. It's like it's not a good question to ask. And I'll explain in a bit, but yeah. William, just do this video. I guarantee this routine will get you to gold. Master it. Do this like every day you play the game, or even like when you don't play the game, but do it like as much as you can. And that will like solidify your mechanics, and then I'm sure your friend can teach you like your game sense and stuff like that. But if you're good at Apex and you understand like, you know, how to outplay opponents and things like that, I feel a lot of concepts are very similar in general with games, with competitive type of games. So it seems like you have a general understanding of like how to play the game, and I think you just have to keep playing and get to a point where your heart's stuck, and then when your heart's stuck, you can come back to me and then we can take another look then. But I think you're doing fine. I would definitely recommend this video though, since you're new to the game, and make sure that your mechanics are, you build good habits with your mechanics. What agent should I stick with? Listen, I'm not gonna make that decision for you. I don't know you as a player and what you prefer as a player. You just decide that for yourself. Like try different agents, you know what I'm saying? Try them all out. That's the only way you're gonna figure out, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, what's up, Exeter? All right, I just want to put a disclaimer out there. All right, Unk, I reached diamond. Congrats, like congrats. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Listen, I'm gonna say like, if you guys are asking how I'm X rank, how do I get out of X rank? You guys are approaching Valorant in a wrong way, okay? Because that tells me that you don't understand how to self-improve, okay? Does that make sense? Like, because everything in Valorant is, well, at least competitive mode, right? Is all about just improving as a player overall, right? And if you don't know what each topic is and what topics you are lacking in, that's a problem, right? Because then, yeah, you don't, then of course you wouldn't know what to get better at to get out of your rank, right? Does that make sense? So if you guys want to get out of your rank, I want you to start, I would say like number one, please start VOD reviewing yourself. And that means like literally try to have a way that you can record your games, right? Like I have this program called Outplayed, and I can just, I mean, I'll record like everything, right? Like my DMs and stuff. And like I can watch back and see after the fact, right? Not when I'm not during a ranked game, but I can see like how I play, right? And you do this, you check your ranked games and stuff like that, right? And then you look at what you're lacking in. Like, are you like just so unaware all the time? And that probably means you need to look at the map more, right? Like, I'm sure you can derive a lot of flaws from your play just by looking at your VODs, right? And if you need an answer key of what correct good looks like, go look at a Radiant player, right? They're legitimately your answer key of what you technically should be doing at all times. Now, of course, they don't lay out the whys. Why are they doing it? You know, that is kind of your job to figure that out. But you know, slowly but surely, you'll understand more and more why they do things. But at least starting off, am I live on Twitch? Yes, I'm live on Twitch. So you guys can find me on twitch.tv/notyoolee. Do you think a lot of the improving comes from just playing ranked and getting the hours in? There's a difference between intentional practice and just, you know, autopiloting. Okay, because yes, the hours are important, but I don't care how many hours you're putting in if all you're doing is autopiloting. Does that make sense? Right? Because intentional practice is legitimately the only way that you start actually help, like your brain starts to learn and apply new concepts, right? If all you're doing is just autopiloting and you just turn off your brain and just do whatever you're used to doing, right? Then it doesn't matter how many hours you're putting into the game, right? All you're doing is just reinforcing bad habits, right? So play and think about what you're doing and why you're doing it. Yeah, I would say so. Yes. Always be critical about what you're doing and why you're doing it, right? Because like I would say a good thing to do in lower elo, you should start asking yourself, why did you die? Like, and don't default. A lot of people defaulted to, oh my God, I whiffed, right? But if you think about it, there was a ton of previous decisions that you've made to get to that point, right? That led you to that fight, right? So you have to ask yourself, did I have to be there in that position, right? Don't default to, oh, I whiffed. I should have killed that guy, right? Yeah, of course. Everyone could have just killed. Everyone could have just hit 5 one-taps, right? Everyone could have done that. But that's not the point of this game, right? Talk about bettering crosshair placement. Yeah, I could talk about that real quick. But think about ways that you can try to improve your odds, right? Start thinking about the game in like, don't just default to giving them a 50-50, right? Does that make sense? It's not necessarily always a good thing, right? In a game like Valorant, we have so much util, right?
My ultimate's ready.
So if we have util,
my ult's ready.
Then what's the point of just like dry peeking things, right? And just risking your body when you can like use something like a smoke, right? Or something like a Skydog or Teho drone, whatever, like some initiator that helps you get into sight or at least clear things for you without needing to sacrifice your own body for it, right? So if you once you have that drone or something that scans, you know, the area that you're wanting to clear, yeah, then you can peek. That's fine, because I would say your odds is probably higher than dry peeking everything, right? Because you're more ready, you're able to anticipate better how to fight, right? So, all right, with crosshair placement, I guess like to be a little more specific with how to get better at crosshair placement. So every time you play like a deathmatch, or I mean, you can do it in ranked, but I probably wouldn't recommend it in ranked. I think you should focus on like the actual macro game and like teammates, comms, whatever, all that stuff, enemy positioning. You should focus on that more. You should use deathmatch to focus on your crosshair placement. I mean, don't get me wrong, like you're still focusing on crosshair placement and ranked, but like don't make it like that's all you focus on, right? And then you don't focus on the map and stuff like that because all you're doing. Don't do that in a ranked game. You can get the reps in from death matches, right? So that's why I recommend doing death matches, because you can learn the height level, the head level angles from playing deathmatch, right? Because it's the same maps in the competitive pool, right? So what's up, Ari? How you doing, man? Yeah, I was on vacation. I'm finally back. I was back since yesterday. But so every time you die, I really want you to think about, because this is pre-aiming, right? Looking in this wall, right? That makes sense, right? So then if you peek this angle, I want you to ask yourself, right? When you see a target, so like, for example, like every time you peek, you pre-aim something, right? And you pre-aim an angle. When you peek, I want you to ask yourself, right? Look, were you at head level? I would say this is pretty good. Pretty good, spot on for head level, right? Because all I had to do was horizontally adjust, right? Now, if you pre-aim a little too high, like people will have tendencies. Some people either like aim a little too high a lot of times or aim a little too low a lot of times. So I would say the people that are more insecure about like getting headshots typically aim lower because I think their brains like to kind of keep like, I guess, keep them safe in a way and like try to guarantee getting damage over, you know, shooting the head because shooting the body is technically easier. So I think sometimes some people's brains will default to aiming lower. So if this is you, right, you ask yourself, right, where is my crosshair before you even move your mouse, right? Because all you like, the whole point of pre-aiming is like you want to do minimal movement after the fact, right? After you peek, you don't want to move that much. You're in terms of your mouse. Yo, Alan with the surfing penguin. Oh my god, how much is that? Oh my god, yo, thank you so much. I'll definitely check your tracker next. But gaming won't ruin your life, but instead of it, you can do so much better. End your addiction today. Okay, sure, I guess. Anyways, so every time you peek an angle, I want you to ask yourself, like, was I too high or was I too low, right? So that mentally, the next time you peek that same angle, I want you to adjust, right? Because if you know that you always tend to peek an angle low like this, right? If you peek like this is not head level, right? So for every angle, I want you to start looking and be like, was this head level? Was this head level when you fight, right? I don't want you to focus on winning your gunfights. I don't care. You shouldn't care about that in deathmatch, right? Starting off, you're learning the fundamentals of the game, right? And pre-aiming is a pretty huge fundamental, right? What's my sense? 0.4 at, well, point 0.2 at 1600 or 0.4 at 800. But yeah, this concept you're gonna have to get really good at because in higher ranks, like this is like you need to have this skill. If you don't have the skill locked in, like you will lose against better people. Okay, so this is how you develop better crosshair placement, and you'll have to do this for every angle, right? And slicing the pie is also part of crosshair placement, I would say. Well, I mean, crosshair placement is really just about like, you know, making sure that the crosshair is like in an optimal position while you're moving and stuff like that, right? But don't also just like wide swing everything, right? I want you to slice the pie, right? You slice one angle, then keep like exposing yourself. Does that make sense? I mean, normally it's like, I mean, there's different ways to do it. You can like jiggle it, I guess. But normally like people in Valorant will either like quickly like crouch, right? People like quickly crouch. So there's different ways to do it. You can watch Radiant players and kind of imitate what you like, but most players will kind of do the same thing anyway. So I feel like that's what's holding me back. My game sense is what got me to where I am. I mean, that's good. I feel like honestly, if you got to your rank with your game sense and your aim is holding you back, I feel like that's the easier thing like to work on. You know what I mean? Because I feel game sense can be somewhat abstract for people, but like aim is kind of you can see like when you do it right. It's like you do something and you can easily tell like yes, like it's like math problems, right? Like, is the equation correct, right? Is your crosshair correct, right? It's easy. You get like instant feedback, right? You know that it's head level, which means you know it's good, right? With game sense, it's kind of harder to say because like in Valorant, it's not like always like all the time like this is 100% correct, right? Like sometimes you just go with whatever you feel is right. And a lot of times I wouldn't say there's like always a right answer. just choose something and commit to it. And well, there are better options than others. I'll say that, right? But there are definitely situations where there's not only one answer. Let's see. Okay. So hopefully that helps. Okay. My aim is horrible. That's fine. My game sense only gets messed up when I tilt. Yeah, you got to keep the mental strong. That's always part of it. It's such a huge part of it. Ahim. All right, I'll check you out next, and then Kira Vanderstol Slotten. I'll get you after. My brain just shuts off when people scream at me and I do stupid stuff. Yeah, I will say teammates. I mean, I get brain dead TikTokers in my chat all the time, so I can just imagine how annoying it will probably also be in ranked games. And I get plenty of people in my TikTok saying that they're banned from Valorant, from just being stupid, I guess. So I would say if it tilts you, my biggest recommendation would probably be to just mute them and you know, have your sanity. Because if it's not beneficial for you at all, it's probably better to mute. If they're not even calming. Anyways. You already did me a couple days ago, but I can use another. Are you serious? Do you really? I mean, we'll see about that, I guess. All right, let's see. What's up with this? Damn, you've already played a lot. I mean, the act just kind of started, I feel like, and you already have 60 hours. It's crazy. Let me see. Are you hard stuck? Okay. Seems like we're hard stuck. Your cipher, I don't even know. You decided to main cipher, kind of, but then before this you filled. So number one, oh my god, you play so much. I low-key think you play too much, if I'm being honest. I will recommend for you, I think you would benefit from playing less ranked. So, what's up, Dean? How you doing, man? Guys, today's gonna be a short stream, by the way. I do have to leave in about an hour, so it's not gonna be it's not gonna be too long of a stream. So I'll try to get through as many trackers as possible within this hour. What do you mean play too much? I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't think like most people, well, unless it's your full-time job, right? I just even just if you understand the way your brain functions, like your brain will start to feel fatigue after a certain point. I would say for me, probably around like, and I'm sure this stamina, quote unquote stamina, can be built, but if you're actually trying to get better at this game, I would say it should be exhaustive for your brain. Like it should not feel like if you're probably just autopiloting. I mean, look at this. Like you play 14 games a day in this day, right? 9, 15, 11, 7, 7, 7, 7, 9. Like this is a lot, right? And don't get me wrong, right? Like I do agree, like you do have to play a decent amount, but you don't have to play this much to have to see results. You know what I'm saying? So how long should someone play each day? I don't think there's a hard answer for everyone because number one, everyone's schedules are different. So clearly for this person has a more liberal schedule, right? They have the freedom to play more. So I'm not going to tell this person to play less. I would say play less ranked. I don't think you'll benefit from playing more ranked. If anything, I'd rather you play half of the comp games that you play, and then just VOD review half of them, like the half that you play, right? So half your time you dedicate to playing ranked, and half the time you just dedicate to VOD review. Because at the end of the day, like if you just play more, like are you really learning? I would say like it's hard sometimes to learn because during a ranked game, there's already so many things going on. Like how can you really be sober minded during a ranked game? You can't really be, right? So that's why a VOD review is so helpful, because you see yourself and you'll notice a lot of things you probably wouldn't have even noticed, right? Because now you're not thinking about a ranked game. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, oh my God, Ty, thank you for the roses. Oh my God, people be gifting today. Even if you play half and take a small break, then play more after, that's way better. Yes, I agree with that as well. So, like, yes, you can still play like 3 games, take a break, then 3 games, right? I mean, unfortunately, I don't have that data. I don't have the specific data of, are you queuing these games? I mean, from the looks of it, it looks like you're basically queuing these games back to back to back to back, right? Like maybe you have like a food break or something, but I don't know. I don't have like all the data in terms of like your frequency and when you've queued, and if you are taking breaks during your queues. But what should my posture be? There's no right answer, but you know, just you can either. So I will say, like, I mean, it's a good thing to think. It's a good question, right? Because I actually used to sit up on my chair and I leaned in, right? And I used to play like this, right? And I would get closer to my monitor. And honestly, I think it would probably be better for me. I probably play better. And I would say, like, make sure your posture is consistent, because every day that you play, if you're playing a different posture, you're not building, you know, in a sense, like muscle memory. But I will say, like, changing senses is not really correlated with muscle memory. Like, you don't need to worry about losing your quote unquote muscle memory if you change your sense and stuff like that frequently. But that's a different topic. But either way, I still think posture is an important thing to keep consistent. And experiment, right? Like some pros have like keyboards, right? Like they have their keyboards like legitimately at like 90-degree angle, like super extreme. Like experiment with certain things, find what feels comfortable. And then also, like, for me, I've noticed for myself, when I lean in like during long sessions, like my back muscles just start like hurting, because like I think I'm just so tensed up all the time. So now I actually just like push my chair forward and I lean back on my chair so that my back can just rest on the chair. And this helps me with longer sessions of ranked. Well, back then when I was playing more ranked. I don't play that much anymore now. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. I mean, I will say there's no one right posture though. But I will say just try to have a healthy posture and go research what a healthy posture would be. Make sure, like, you know, obviously don't like hunch and destroy your back, or I mean, it's your choice. If you want to destroy your back over a video game, then that's fine. You know, like, it's your life, your choice, but you know, probably build good practices for your posture, you know what I mean? So hopefully that helps. It's a good question though, and I think that is something that everyone should think about, and I don't think people think about enough, because your posture does dictate, you know, like how your arm moves, right? Because you leaning in versus you leaning back on your chair, your posture and your arm angle is different in both scenarios. So, all right, have a good night, Sly. It's okay. Maybe next time. Yeah, I'll still get you Kieran, for sure. But yeah. All right, let me go through these trackers real quick, and maybe I'll do some Q&A actually after maybe like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes of trackers. We'll see. I'll leave time for Q&A after, and I think questions are good because, yeah, TikTok is crazy. It's calmer on Twitch. What's up, Nikolaj? How you doing, man? Okay, so yeah, that's number one, and then number two, right? So number one, play. I would say I would recommend playing less and be more locked in for the games that you play. Okay, I don't ever want you to autopilot. Okay, and in games that you really felt like you just couldn't do anything, or you don't know what you could have done, like I encourage you, just go watch a Radiant VOD and just take notes, right? Like literally just go look up if you want to main Cypher. I don't know who you're gonna main, right? But just go Cypher, Valorant, Radiant, VOD, right? And just go watch, right? Like Sugetsu, like he's cracked. He's a cracked pro, right? And he looks like he set up. I don't know if he set up on C. I don't know where he started, but he probably started maybe around Garage. right? And they called A, and he's already like, he's pretty fast rotating, right? Like, I know plenty of low elo players that will just stay in garage because they're like, yeah, it wasn't 5, but that's the thing though. You'll notice Radiant players, they like to fast rotate a lot. And why? It's because if you find yourself putting yourself in more of the fights, you'll find that you can have more control of the outcomes. Makes sense, right? If all you're going to do is just wait for your teammates to get first contact, and then you're going to be the last one alive or late to the party, right? And it's always like 2v4, 1v3, I don't know, very unwinnable situations, then yeah, of course you're going to lose, right? Of course. Like, what can you do? The position you put yourself in is already basically unwinnable, right? Unless you're like a god. But, I mean, even Radiant players, I don't think would be able to win most of those scenarios either. But, I mean, who knows? I usually rotate fast. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's your issue. I don't have a VOD in front of me, so I can't tell you what your exact issue is, but this is what I'm saying. Like, just be self-critical of yourself, right? And find the things that you're lacking in, right? And I'm hoping that you can be critical and can think in a way that, you know, you're able to just be humble and objectively minded, right? And just question yourself, what could you have done differently in scenarios where, you know, you got owned, or you were too aggressive, or you were too passive. I don't know. Everyone's problems are different, right? So this is why I recommend you don't play more ranked. I'd recommend you take a little more time to analyze your own gameplay, right? And hopefully that helps. What's up, SSJ? Wi-Fi isn't trash. It's okay. Take your time. No rush. No rush. So yeah, I think that would help you out. And have a main. I think you asked me like what main, but I don't know if I don't know if you were the one that asked me, but in terms of main, like, you got to figure that out for yourself. I can't make that decision for you. You know what I mean? Just find somebody that you like, or generically like, or you feel like you play well with, and that's it. It's that simple. You know what I mean? And then also I would say your deathmatch win rate could probably improve. I don't know. I would say you should also probably lock in your death matches. Deathmatch, I don't know if some people treat it as just like warm up and you half-ass it, but I don't agree with that. You should be like locked in and trying, right? This is why I'm saying like you should not be able to queue like 14 ranked games in a day, right? Because deathmatch, there's tons of things to get better at in a deathmatch, right? And improve on. So it's like, I don't know how people are just warming up. I mean, I guess people are just autopiloting. That's what I would guess. So yeah, hopefully that helps. And also I think you would benefit from this too. So just take a look at this video and try out the are you progressing if you play the same hero every match? Yeah, there's a reason why one tricking is a thing, and there's a reason why you can one trick any agent to Radiant, right? Because there's still value in being a master at one. It's always better to be a master of one than jack of all trades. You know what I mean? And the ceilings with agents like can be pretty high. You'd be surprised at how people are pretty creative with cheesing or just finding creative ways to use their util for that specific agent. And that's what I mean, right? Like, there's always more to learn. I mean, at a certain point, it depends on the agents. Every agent has different skill ceilings, and like someone like Reyna, there's only so much you can do with your eyes, right? But you know, like basic stuff, like don't put your eye near your body, right? Like otherwise they're just gonna shoot your eye and then shoot you by accident, right? Make it hard for them. Like, you want to make sure you understand every agent and how to play them optimally. That's it. That's really it. And the reason why I recommend like one tricking is because it's faster. It's faster than filling or playing more agents. Like, you're not gonna see better results just because you play a more optimal agent for that map. If you don't even know how to like if you don't even have that agent mastered, why would you choose that agent? Just because it's good for that map? Sure. Yeah, but okay, but what's the point if you're not even like comfortable with that agent, right? So that's why I recommend like Just one trick. It's really that simple. If we can all agree that you can one trick any agent to Radiant, then what's the point of wasting time and adding another variable, right? Because playing more agents increases the complexity of getting faster, right? You're adding more to the variable of the equation by adding more agents. Why not just simplify it and just focus on the other things, right? Like crosshair placement, team play, baiting your teammates, or like trading your teammates. Not baiting. Don't always bait. There's actually some scenarios where you actually want to bait. But like outplaying your opponents, like knowing how to like time things well, like looking at your mini map a lot and be making good decisions off your like you can get better at those things instead. Like why focus on just choosing different agents, right? And learning different agents. So that's why I recommend one tricking all the time. Do you think practicing mechanics is good to do in swift play, such as movement, as it is closer to ranked than deathmatch? I mean, I will say you could probably practice what you would do in a ranked game in a deathmatch, right? That's why I say deathmatches are very flexible, right? And you don't need to win in a deathmatch, right? Like you can legitimately just practice how to clear well, right? Like you can be a rat. Who cares, right? Like who cares what people say? You can literally just slice the pie and just keep shift walking everything and treat it like it's a rank game. That's fine. Who cares? And like you get reps on, more reps arguably than you would in a swift play. I mean, but yeah, don't get me wrong. Like the structure is in swift play or unrated is definitely more similar to ranked, right? But I guess it all depends on what you're trying to work on, right? Because if you're just trying to learn how to clear things better, then I mean both has its pros and cons, right? Like in a swift play or unrated, it's exactly the same start as like in a ranked game. But if you can just imagine it in a DM, it's technically the same thing. You know what I mean? So so plays could be good to train confidence for new players. I mean, yeah, it's a good like, just quick way to try out new agents or try out new things, right? By all means, like if you want to do, there's no like you don't have to restrict yourself to doing only one, right? Like just do both, right? Like do some swift plays, do some death matches, and apply the concepts to both, right? Like it can't hurt. Yo, what's up, Jason? How you doing, man? All right, sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me look at this tracker. All right, I'm getting derailed by too many questions right now. So we're gonna leave a time for questions in a little bit, but for now we're just gonna do trackers. All right, so I'm gonna ignore all questions for now, and then we can have, I think maybe after 15 minutes, we'll try to dedicate more time to just questions. All right, so this is good. I want you guys to have questions ready because I think these specific questions show me that you actually kind of have identified a certain problem in your own personal gameplay, and then we can dive into it deeper. Because when somebody asks me like, "Oh, I'm diamond. How do I get out?" To me, that just feels like you didn't do your own homework, right? You don't even know what you're bad at. You basically just tell me like, "Oh, can you just tell me how to get better?" Like it's so vague. It's like in a math class, somebody's just saying like, "Oh, can you teach me how to do math?" Like, what am I supposed to say to that? That question is so loaded. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you want to learn? Like, do you want to learn addition? Right? That's why when you guys ask these questions of like, how do I get out of my rank? It's too vague. You're not asking a good question. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to actually think about like, what are you lacking? Right? What areas in the game are you lacking? If you don't even know the topics of the game, then just go look it up on YouTube, right? I'm sure you can find tons of resources on YouTube. Just look up, right? How do I get better at Valorant? I'm sure there's going to be some video that breaks down all of the concepts for you. And then all you have to do then, right? Like imagine each concept is a chapter in like your class, right? Like addition is one chapter, subtraction is one chapter. And then all you have to do is see where are you good at, where are you bad at? And then you have to identify what you're lacking in and work on those things, right? I mean, you could technically work on everything, but there's diminishing returns as you get better at a certain topic or concept. So, hopefully that helps. All right. And yeah, a him. So I mean, I think we went over what you need to do. Don't fill, find the main, have a secondary if your main gets taken, whatever, sure. And then deathmatch, well, I would say just try this video, and I guarantee this routine will get you to gold, and see if you can hit the benchmarks. Because I would guess that you might struggle. I'm not sure. I mean, if you're perfect with your mechanics, then then it's just game sense at that point. But I would assume your mechanics could be better as well. So try it out and see how that goes. All right. All right. With that being said, TY, I see you with the bunch of roses. So I appreciate that, Ty. You've looked at my tracker last deck and you told me I was hard stuck plat. Oh, so you're diamond now. So it seems like you're hard stuck diamond now. So that's a good thing. We've increased our graph, but now we've plateaued again. So, keep going. I would say, like, keep being self-critical of yourself. I would say at this point, it's not a matter of playing more. You know what I mean? I think you need to put more intentional practice and be more self-critical of your own gameplay. I think that's how you'll find another leap in your growth. That's what I would recommend. All right, so hopefully that helps. Okay, let's see. So, yeah, we're plat 1. Okay, we've been hard soak plat for a while. You play a good amount. I mean, you too. Like, you're filling too much. I'm not a fan. Like, decide on a main. Keep it simple, right? Stop adding so many agents or playing so many agents. You're making your life harder. Seems like you want, I don't even know. I can't even tell off your most recent games. Like, what do you mean? Like, it seems like you just fill. And that's not a good answer. I try to be a team player. Yes. However, if you want to be a team player, then go main like at least insta-lock a sentinel or a initiator. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to. I'm not asking you to insta-lock duelist. I'm sure most teammates would actually appreciate a sentinel main or initiator main, smokes main. You know what I mean? So you can be a team player that way. There's nothing wrong with that. I actually think more people would like that. You know, I think people are kind of frustrated with so many people insta-locking duelists. So if you want to be a team player, then insta-lock another role. But there should be no excuse, no excuse as to why you can't insta-lock an agent. You know what I mean? Because insta-locking a support role is, I would say, a breath of fresh air for people. You know, I don't think anyone will get mad at you for having a support main role, right? So, long run, my mains would be Sova and Deadlock. Okay, well, okay, what you just told me is two different things, right? Sova is an initiator and Deadlock is a sentinel, okay? You decide on one main. The second one becomes a secondary, okay? So the next time, if I ever see your tracker again, I don't want to see Sova played like 20 times and Deadlock played 20 times, okay? I want to see like a massive difference, right? Like, I want to see Sova played like 35 times and Deadlock played like 5 to 10 times, right? I want to see a main. I don't want to see a co-main, right? That's not a thing. You should at least start off with a main. Sure, you can branch out. Like, you're like, by all means. I'm not saying everyone has to only play one role, but I give this advice only because it's theoretically the fastest way to get climb. It is theoretically the fastest way to climb. So that's the only reason why I recommend it, right? Because if I would assume most people want to get to a high rank, right? Fast, right? So I just give people the formula of what it should take, right? Sure, you can go level up all your agents, right? But I'm going to be honest, I don't think that will necessarily level you up in ranked. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Jason, thank you for the prime to tier 1. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. I only do TDM. Listen, go. Oh, Oh, yo. Damn, Jason with the 5 gifted. Yo, W's in the chat for Jason. W's, W's, W's. Thank you so much, man. You're too generous. Too generous, too generous. I appreciate you. All right. As I was saying though, so I know you don't do death matches like you said, but I mean, just go watch this video and challenge yourself and do this routine. I guarantee this routine will get you to gold, and test yourself and see how easy or difficult it is. I would assume it will be difficult for you, because you probably haven't practiced stuff like this that often. I don't know. Maybe you have, and maybe you're amazing with your mechanics, and maybe it's all just a game sense issue. But yeah, try this out and then see how it goes. But it will basically force you to do DMs, right? So go watch the video and see, like, I want you to do it from start to finish and see if you can find value from it. And that's pretty much it. All right. So hopefully that helps. All right. Yo, Hamza, thank you for the puppy kisses. I appreciate it. Hamza, I reviewed you already, right? You just gifted more because you're being generous, or what? Just being generous. All right, Kieran, you're next. Oh, I didn't do you, Hamza. Oh, Hamza. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Oh, Hamza. All right, we'll do you next. 2025 Camry. You're into cars? Into cars like that? Good stuff. Good stuff. I just changed to a normal sub. Basically a free sub. Oh yeah, Twitch Prime it's a free sub. You get a Twitch Prime every month. So if you have Amazon Prime, you just have to link your Twitch account, I believe. Or you have to link your Amazon account on Twitch or something like that. And then you should be able to just sub for free. And that'll give you really good priority in tracker reviews. Okay. All right, with that being said, let's go next. Okay, Plat 2, we are peaking. It's not a bad sign. Or we've actually kind of went back to Plat 1. So we peaked and then we lost it a bit. That's fine. You're probably on the cusp, which is fine. I mean, you're filling too. So number 1, please stop filling. I mean, it's showing me that you play Jet the most, but I don't know why you haven't been playing Jet now. You know what I mean? I don't know why you've been just suddenly changing your rules. Because, I mean, like, look at this. You went 8-1, and all you did was play Jet. Well, I guess you went 3-5 here, and you played Jet, but just play Jet. Make your life simple. Like, why are you playing so many? Well, I mean, let's see. I mean, just based on your raw stats, a 16% win rate as Jet, it's pretty solid to me. That's an upward trajectory, you know what I'm saying? Like, our Reyna's looking kind of bad. I'm not sure why, and our Gecko's also looking pretty bad. Our Cypher looks okay. But, I don't know. These sample sizes are too low-key, but regardless, like, just make your life easier and just play Jet. You know what I mean? If you like Jet, just stick to Jet. And have a secondary. I guess you could either do Jet and Cypher if you don't get the Jet, right? So just do that, and then also challenge yourself and test yourself, right? I know you're plat, but barely plat, right? It's still technically like high gold, could be. I mean, you're a plat 1, so I'll give you credit where it's due, right? You're plat, but test yourself, right? This is why I say ranks don't matter, because some people might be offended and be like, oh my god, I'm plat, you're giving me a gold video. Like, no, that's not the point. This is like why the way people think is wrong, because this video, all it's asking you to do is doing certain exercises and seeing if you can do them well, right? So I want you to test yourself, right? See if you can do the exercises well. If not, that's a good thing, right? Because you've identified something you're lacking in and can get better at, right? So test yourself, do the benchmarks. I mean, it also seems like you don't do death matches, barely. So I would say just watch this video, follow it from start to finish, and that's it. You know what I mean? So hopefully that helps you out. Let me know if it doesn't. 666 points, Monka. All right, Kieran Vander. You're next. Kieran Vander. Kieran Vander. Are you still here? I followed your advice and found a main. Okay, sounds good. That's good. So you've done step 1, which I feel like is a lot of people's problems because a lot of people don't have a main. And I just literally say the same thing over and over again. As people refuse to have a main, right? So damn, what the hell is happening with this jet? How's our win rate on jet so looking so tough? But I mean, it seems like you main Reina, which is a good thing. You will do only the people that are donating, correct? Right now I'm just going based off top to lowest gifters. I didn't even ask for people to gift, but I just do it because I respect the economy. I respect people's finances. You know what I mean? So it is just top to bottom. It's the way the world works here. Okay, respect. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the free people. I always tell the free people, like the people that don't have money, I always tell you guys to just come early. Like be like the first one on my stream. Because if you guys are like first or second on my stream, or like the first 3, you're basically getting in for free. So do you have any advice for keeping my mental in game? So are you telling me that you tilt a lot? And if you tilt, what does that mean? Like, how are you tilting? Are you tilting because you're playing bad and then you start just raging and rage queuing? I don't know. What does that mean? When I tilt, I can't even get myself to get out. Okay. So you're telling me you can't take a break if you're tilting. Like, okay, let's say you tilt on a game you lost at, right? You're telling me you can't physically control yourself to just take a break. Is that what you're telling me? You have to queue another one? Is that what you're telling me? I tilt mid game and then the game is ruined. Okay, I see. I see. Yeah, but why are you tilting though? What's the reason why you're tilting? I want to know that. Is it because your teammates are bad? Is it because will I stream tomorrow? Um I I think I will stream tomorrow, yes. I think from now on I will do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Because I used to do almost every weekday. And I think it's just not good because I can't post content if I do it this way. Never my teammates, I couldn't care less. So you get in your own head is what you're saying. But I usually try to stream around like 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can expect me around the same time tomorrow. I did stream a little bit earlier today because I do have to end early today because I have to handle some PC stuff soon. So I have to end soon. But yeah, usually I stream around like 6. Yeah, I see. You get in your own head. Okay. Okay, let me ask you why. Okay, let me ask you first, why do you get tilted, right? I want to understand like what's happening to you emotionally. Why are you getting tilted? Like, why is it so serious for you? You know what I mean? He typed already? Oh, dying in unlucky ways or just playing bad? Yeah, but why did... Okay. Okay, how about let's... Can we shift... Can we shift our mindset? You know what I mean? Like, sure, sometimes it can be unlucky, but can we also like agree that it's probably not always an unlucky thing, right? There's probably a lot of times where, you know, you're probably just making the wrong decision, right? Because we're not radiant, right? So there's still a lot of decisions that differ from a radiant player, right? So uh, I'm just trying to understand why you're getting frustrated or angry at yourself when instead of, you know, getting angry at yourself, why can't you just take it as a learning opportunity, right? It's like, I died here. Like, did we really have to like just run it down? Could we have defaulted instead? Could we have waited for util? You know what I mean? Is what I'm saying making sense to you? I mean, listen, I think tilt happens all the time, right? Like it's gonna be inevitable, right? I don't think every human being is perfect, right? A lot of people struggle with tilt. Even Radiants struggle with tilt, right? But I will say you you need to find ways to reset. Um does that make sense? I mean, if you want to read a book, I could give you a resource. There's something called the inner game of tennis. And this has like I think everything to do with just your mentality. I know you don't play tennis, but this is a book that's heavily recommended. You can literally just listen to the summary, right? There's a 15-minute summary of this book and just go listen. If you don't like to read, I don't like to read, so I'd prefer like an audiobook. So this would be perfect, right? Just go listen to this, right? And see if this might help you in your mental game. Because I personally, the way I am, I always try, like, I don't care about the outcome of the games. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I want to try to win, but like, at the end of the day, right? Like, I don't, it should never get to the point where you're so invested where it like affects you in your gameplay. You know what I mean? Um, because if you're sober minded and calm in all situations, that's always better than you being nervous and anxious and trying to play better than you think you can, right? And it's like psyching yourself out, right? So and also a part of it is just never giving up, right? If you understand that you are gonna tilt, then you are hurting your odds of winning the game, right? Objectively speaking, it is just not good for you, right? It's not gonna help you in any way to determine the outcome of the game, right? Or just playing the rounds better, right? So that's why tilting is just objectively just not good, right? Because I'm really competitive and I want to win really bad. I think you need to shift your mental and stop caring so much about the wins and the losses, right? And this is what I always say. Literally always say this like almost every day. It's not about whether you win or lose, right? You should only care about whether you're getting better or not, right? Because once you start caring about the wins and the losses, you've lost focus of how to get there, right? Because I'm sure you were probably better at this maybe when you were starting to get better at the game, right? Earlier on, because it's easier to identify things that you can get better at, right? Because you're lacking in so many things and the gaps are so noticeable, right? But as you get higher up in the ranks, the mistakes become smaller and harder to identify, right? And then what some people would do is they would start shifting that attention to blame, right? To blame something external. Or I guess in your case, you're just tilting yourself, right? So um I would recommend, like, I don't know if you were like this before. Like when I used to play earlier on, like when I was trying to get better at the game, I never cared about Like I actually rewarded myself, right? Because there would be games where I just like, all right, let me sure like I want to make sure I pop my jet dash like every time like a fight is gonna happen, right? And like I wanted that to be ingrained in my brain, right? So regardless of the outcome of the wins or the loss of the ranked game, right? I still celebrated the fact if I did improve that one thing I wanted to do, right? I wanted to get better at popping jet dash when it was right to do so, right? I didn't care about winning or losing, right? I used to blame my teammates in the game, but now I'm not doing that. I just told myself. I would say I think we need to shift our mindset. I think the biggest thing is you're just too invested in the wins and the losses, and that's a problem. You know what I mean? I think you need to reshift your focus back to improving and continuing to improve as a player, right? Because I think we can both agree that, there's still a lot of room to grow from Ascendant to Radiant, right? And we're also low key. I don't know if we're actually like high diamond. I mean, we're like in the border of diamond and Ascendant, right? So I want you to shift your mindset to stop caring about the outcomes of the games. And I want you to challenge yourself to really focus on one thing, right? Focus on one thing. I'm on 99 RR. That's fine. Who cares? Whatever. Your rank will increase, right? As you develop as a player, right? So the wins will naturally come. But what I want you to do is I want you to focus on what you can improve, right? I hope you are self-aware enough to know what you need to improve on, right? You're playing Reyna. That's fine. I don't know what's happening with Jet. I don't know if you're still playing Jet a lot, but your Reyna's doing fine. So if you keep playing Reyna, you'll climb, I guess. But that's the thing, right? Like, what are you doing with Jet that's causing you to lose so much, right? There has to be a reason for this. There's no way you got. I mean, there is a way. You could be unlucky like 12, like 10 games out of the 12. But you've let Jet behind. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, you get my point though, right? I want you to continue to focus on things that you can get better at. For Reyna, I feel like util usage pretty simple. Like, like I'm sure you eye well, like you don't eye uselessly. You eye when it's like pretty high value situations, right? You also eye in ways that it makes it hard for you to be hit as a target. You can eye for your teammates. I don't know, whatever. I'm sure your util with Reyna is probably solid. I mean, it's probably, I would guess, more of like a game sense thing. There's probably things that you're not thinking about. Like, how can you outplay your opponents even harder, right? It's not always about just rage fighting 50-50s, right? That's not good enough in Valorant. There's plenty of ways to make your fights, the odds way higher, right? 60-40, 70-30, right? In those situations, you want to take those fights, right? And you need to be able to identify when those situations are and capitalize on them. And in a game like Valorant, these situations are happening so fast, so you got to identify these things really quickly, right? So I just feel like mental is holding me back and queuing when tired. I will say you should definitely not queue when you're not feeling optimal. Like, just take a break. It's not helping you, right? Why would you play? This is why I say, like, I mean, you play a healthy amount. I don't know about this 10 games a day in like early May, but or this was end of April actually, but I don't, this is why I say, like, I don't recommend you play that much Valorant because it should be draining, right? And if you don't have self-control, then I don't know what to tell you, right? Like, you will be heart stuck, right? If you can't even respect your own body, right? And you just choose to queue for the sake of, I guess, hopefully gaining more RR, that's not the way it works, right? You're playing less optimally, right? Your brain isn't functioning as good because your brain is fatigued from playing so many ranked games because it should be draining because there's so many things that go on in Valorant, right? So take more breaks, I would say. Reset, get more sleep. I will say getting good sleep is huge, very important for like just brain function, right? Your brain will not function optimally on little sleep. Like, I don't care what you say. Like, maybe you'll do fine like 1 day or 2 days, but like long term, it's not good for you. You have to sleep well. You have to sleep well. My work starts at 5, so sleep is kind of eh. I mean, you got to find a way to sleep well though. Like, at least I'll say borderline. I think, I don't know, 6 I feel like is still too little. I would recommend at least like 7 or around 7. I think is a healthy amount. I think 8 is not necessary. I think 8 might be too much. I don't know. Everyone's different though. I mean, as long as you feel rested and you feel like you can function normally, then you know whatever works for you. But yeah, hopefully that helps though. I will say like the biggest thing for you, I think, if you want me to check your tracker again in the future, like the one thing I want you to fix is please stop focusing so much on the wins and losses. Like just focus on continue to focus on getting better at the game and shift that focus on getting better at the game. Because if you do that, there should technically be no reason why you tilt, right? Because you have one objective in mind, and that's not even to win or lose the game, right? It's to do that objective, right? So regardless of the outcome of the game, right? I want you to just focus on doing that one thing better, right? You can celebrate if you do that one thing better and you lost the game, right? Who cares if you lost? Because the rank is going to come if you get better anyways, right? So you don't have to worry about that, like that you lose. Because long term, you will win if you are getting better, right? All right. Good luck, Kieran. Keep me updated. I believe you can do it. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. That's important. Yo, Lasley, thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. Lasley, you want to go next? Lasley, I got you. I do have to go soon, so I just want to put that out there. Let me know your. Nice to meet yous. Nice to meet yous. Do you think that playing your better? Okay, you know what? Oh man, hold on. Let me see. All right, Lasley is the last person. Lasley is the last person, and I think we'll get into Q&A actually. All right. So hopefully nobody's triggered by that. Oh wait, Leah. Hold on, Leah's not in this list though. Rick. Okay, you know what? Oh my god. Okay, actually, no, Leah. Okay, hold on. No, okay, I take that back. I take that back. Everybody, calm down. Calm down. Okay, hold on. Okay, Leah gifted a lot, but she wasn't in the list. I don't know why she's not on the list. So Leah, you YouTube, bro. How much did you gift? You gifted. I mean, you gifted 8 coins. I'm not saying that's nothing, but like, it's not enough for me to like end the session. You know what I mean? I gifted a lot too. Vincent gifted 20. I mean, I don't know if you consider 40 cents a lot. Oh, wait, is it 60? No, it's 40. I mean, I don't think I'm going to stop. I'm going to extend the session over 40 cents. Like, oh my God. Okay, you know what? All right, no Q&A, I guess. You guys just want trackers. I guess you guys just want trackers. Okay. All right, no Q&A. I'm sorry. Let me just speed run through these. All right, so Lazuli. So what's the goal here? Are you trying to hit Radiant at this point? Because it seems like you peaked Immortal 3. Radiant? Okay. You're playing a good amount. I mean, your win rate's also pretty positive. I mean, I personally wouldn't recommend you fill so much, but hey, it's up to you. I mean, it seems like what you're doing is working anyways, so I think it's fine, perhaps. So I won't say anything about it. Sometimes I get a little upset in your games. You mean like you also tilt? I mean, I'll say for you, but this is the thing. This is why I don't recommend filling. I mean, it's your choice, I guess, but I think for you, you might benefit from looking at your maps. Basically, like the last, I keep queuing more. I think you. I mean, you're close, right? I think you need to start focusing on things that like the small things that you're lacking, and in your case, like you need to identify the maps that you don't perform well in, which seems like it's. I mean, it's not that big of a sample size, but it seems like it's Lotus and Pearl. Um, but this is the reason why I don't recommend you filling all the time because like you've played Reina, ISO, and Jet. So it's like if you want, I guess you can see a Radiant VOD for each of these characters for Pearl. It's just more homework for you, but this is why I recommend one tricking or just having a smaller agent pool, like 2 agents max, like one for one role and one for another role. Because in that case your homework becomes way like smaller, right? Because all you have to do is just you'll have one agent for all the maps. So 7 different VODs for that one agent, and then another 7 different VODs for that second agent, right? So I would probably identify things that you're doing differently on Pearl and compare it with another person that's Radiant for that given agent, and notice the gaps, right? Um, I think that will help you, but I personally don't recommend you filling. I mean, I just don't. You know, like you want to milk every single like drip of skill that you have, right? And use that as an advantage over other people, right? So to me, I feel that the person that will insta lock just one agent will have a higher mastery over someone like you where you're just filling all the time, right? So I actually wonder if, because again, don't get me wrong. Yes, it is possible to get every, like you can fill and get to Radiant, but if you're trying to get there faster, filling isn't going to be faster. You know what I mean? So I would recommend, like, if you want to get to Radiant, you need to be so comfortable to the point where you've played that agent in that map so many times that you don't even have to really think about your util anymore. Like you've been in the situation so many times that you don't have to think about. And that gives you even more time for your brain to allocate resources to thinking about the things in the actual game, right? And that's important, right? Like in Radiant, like you don't have the luxury, I feel, of trying to figure out your agent even a little bit, right? Because you're playing against people that are just playing their agents like 20, like they're playing, it's like they're like you're playing against people that play like a full-time job at that point, right? So how are you going to compete with these people if we don't have also the same mastery of an agent, right? I've been thinking of one trick and clove. I mean, you can, right? You definitely can. um you could choose whoever you want. It doesn't really matter, but I just think you're just slowing, I feel like you're just slowing down your progress by doing this. Like it just, it stunts your growth, I feel. I'm gonna go through these faster though since there's still more people, but I would recommend that. And also I will say I don't know if you can continue to work on your mechanics, but I think your mechanics are fine probably. I mean, you don't do that many death matches, but I don't know. I don't even know if you try in your death matches. It doesn't seem like you do, so I'm not gonna say anything about that. But I wonder if you might benefit from like locking in, doing and warming up more. I don't know. I don't know. There's only so much I can say just from a tracker. So I mean, hopefully that helps. I will say like your biggest thing. I think you should probably have a main for sure though. All right. Let me go next. Okay. I think Leah is probably the next biggest gifter because I think Leah is given a lot, but it doesn't show on the list. Alter, I think. No, there's no way it's more than Leah. Leah, where you at? Leah, you here? All right, perfect. Thank you, Leah. Thank you for the gifts. I'm sorry. I don't know why it does. I don't know. TikTok is buggy sometimes, and I don't see the gifts of everyone all the time. Okay, we're gold. So peaked plat. You also play a lot now. Definitely hard stuck, which is fine. You also play a lot. It's crazy. I will say we're filling too much. Like, I don't like that we're playing so many like a different agent every map. You know what I mean? So I want you to have also more consistency. Have a main. Um, have a secondary, of course, if you need. But like I want you to insta-lock Clove. It seems like you like Clove the most, or play the Clove the most. So I want you to just insta-lock Clove like every map. All right, from now on. And then also go watch this video. I guarantee this routine will get you to gold, and test yourself and see if you can do them. I would assume it should be a challenge for you, so continue to do that and work on that. And I think you should be fine. And then I think you should climb. All right, if you do those two things. This will naturally make you do more death matches as well. So yeah, go watch this video and that should be good for you. All right, no problem, Leah. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you. And I wish you the best of luck and keep me updated on your progress. All right. Okay. I think I'm gonna stop after Vincent. All right. So Alter and Vincent, you guys are the last two. I have to cut off because I have to go. I have to go in like very soon. Okay, Alter. Is Alter here? I'm too poor to gift. If you're poor to gift, then just come back to my come back tomorrow around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when I usually start. I did start a bit early today, so unfortunately I told people that I would start at 6 yesterday, but I started at 5 today. I'll come back. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't get to everyone. Like, it's just I only had an hour today, so hope you guys can understand. I just wanted to fit in some time to do some trackers today, and I remember I didn't want to lie, and when I told people yesterday that I was gonna stream today, so that's why I'm here. Thank you, Blue. I appreciate you. Okay, so it seems like we degraded. I don't know. It seems like we're struggling in Immortal now. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I will say you're also playing way too many agents, in my opinion. I don't know if we have to consider retiring the jet and the chamber. I don't know. That is looking rough. Either you insta-log Arena way more, or you start VOD reviewing like your jet and chamber games way more. All right. So I would probably recommend that. And then I don't know if you try in all your DMs, but you could probably DM more as well. I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now, like with your games. I don't know. I don't know if you're just toe queuing all the time or what, but these games are looking rough. Fnatic X coach today. I am aim lab warning sometimes. That's all. I mean, aim labs is good, but I want you to warm up in the game as well. You know, like aim labs is just training your raw aim. It has nothing to you don't warm up like your movement and stuff like that in the game, right? And that's different too. So it's I don't I mean, I would recommend you warm up in the game as well. But besides that, I don't know if that's the issue. Hard to say. I think you do play too much though. I do you autopilot? Like, how are you playing so many games? I feel like Immortal 1 is such a low elo. Yeah, but you're struggling in Immortal 1, so I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, are you calling yourself low elo? I don't even know what that means. Like, why do you even say that? It sounds so cocky to me. Like, you're in low elo, so you don't have to warm up. Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, you should always be giving your 100% no matter what rank it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's low elo or not. You try your best regardless, right? Like, be serious about it. Don't be cocky. I mean, that might be part of our issue. I don't know why we're being so cocky about it. Like, you're in low elo. Like, you're here. You're struggling in this low elo that you're talking about. So, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can't say anything without a VOD for sure, right? I can't say exactly what's happening, but to me, I don't know. It kind of seems like a mentality issue, just based on what I'm hearing. All right. I don't know what else to say. Like, that response to me just sounds so ignorant to me. To say that you would warm up in Immortal 3, but because you're in Immortal 1, you don't need to do warm up, and your win rate's so negative. Like, I don't understand that logic at all. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't know if you need like a wake up check or what, but come on, let's be humble. Like, that's how we get better. We gotta be objective about our own performance. All right, Vincent, you're next. So once you become like cocky like that, then it's just like you don't care about learning anymore. Like, you think you're already so good. Like, there's always room to improve, right? There's always room to improve. Um. All right, I will say. I mean, this is pretty easy. Like, find a main. That's number one. I don't think that's our biggest priority right now, to be honest. But find a main in the like as a side thing. But number one thing I want you to focus on is I guarantee this routine will get you to gold, and just watch that. Right? Just go study that from start to finish. I mean, I'm probably better than 90% of this chat, so I can have an ego. I mean, it's actually higher. You're better than probably above 99% of people in the chat. So sure, maybe, but I mean, just know that if you do that, like, you are stunting your own growth. I mean, I don't know. If you're fine with just being an immortal player, right? And you're okay with that, then that's fine. But if you want to hit radiant, I would say that's probably not the right mindset to have. Like, you're not even radiant if that's what you care about, right? Like, I think we can both agree that you still have a lot to work on if you want to be radiant. People don't even try an Immortal 1. I mean, I don't care what you're saying, but if any radiant player took your account, they'd easily climb that account out of your rank. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's a valid argument, if I'm being honest. Because you could say that about any rank. Okay. So yeah, Vincent, I would say just do that. Immortal 1 is so easy, to be honest. Spoken as a silver player. That is crazy. Oh, that's too funny. All right. Anyways, okay, I think I'm done, guys. I think I'm done today. I do have I'm gonna you poop on your immortal friends. I mean, you don't actually believe that though, right? You're trolling when you say that. I would hope. Well, are you actually trolling when you say that, or what? Sometimes? No, that's crazy. Okay, first of all, I don't even really care about 1v1s, right? Because that is not the game of Valorant, right? I would actually say, like, you'd be surprised. I think like sometimes head on, like with a low rank player and a high rank player, but they both have good mechanics. You'd be surprised at how close the one-on-one duels are, right? But I mean, this is why I'm asking like why like this is why I'm asking like if you're actually trolling, because like there's no way you actually believe like you're actually like close to being an immortal player, right? Because of course I play Premiere with them and they're just better. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if you're talking about just straight up one-on-one duels, then sure, sure. Yeah, you might be able to go head on with another immortal player. Sure. It can happen. But that's why Valorant I mean, that literally just proves that Valorant is not about just peeking angles, right? It's about outsmarting your opponents, right? And understanding the game, right? And there's levels to it. There's a reason why silver players have such a poor understanding compared to like an immortal player. So I agree. I agree. Yeah. In a head-on one-on-one duel, it's possible it can be close for sure. But yeah. Anyways, I think I should probably leave soon. I feel like I'm gonna leave it up to Q&A real quick. All right. So Q&A real quick. If you guys have questions, I don't want to see your trackers anymore. Just ask me questions and I'll answer them. All right. So I'll answer a good question. Silver versus Immortal. All right, peace, Vincent. Now I refuse to believe. I mean, I would say probably on average, you're not going to get a silver that poops on an Immortal player. Yeah, I agree with that. Probably not going to happen on average. I mean, they might have a life like one-on-one duel. It's possible, I guess, but yeah, on average, it's not going to happen. Really, okay. If you're anything under gold, literally just do this. I guarantee this routine will get you to gold. All right. It's really that simple. Like, I want you to watch this video from start to finish. Best strat to get out of plat solo queue. Do I stream every day? Not every day. I mean, I used to, but I don't think it's good for me to stream every day. I think I need to start posting more and stream less because I don't really post content, and I think that's a problem. So I think from like going forward, I'm gonna try to keep a consistent Monday, Wednesday, Friday stream schedule. Okay, so I will start streaming 3 times a week. I think starting next week. So just be on the lookout for that. Thank you, Blue. Thank you. I'm not gonna be playing today, but I will be playing ranked. So I will be free this weekend. So I will be building my PC on Saturday, and then I'll probably have a ranked day dedicated on Sunday, assuming that all goes well with the streaming PC setup and stuff. So the 18th will be the day I play ranked, but up until then, I'll probably just tomorrow. I think I'll be doing. I do have a VOD review tomorrow, so we'll be VOD reviewing Nicolaj, who is a, I believe, Diamond 1 player who plays Yoru. So that'll be fun. Do I stream on here? I stream here and also on Twitch. So I don't know if that's what you're asking. All right. Do you guys have any other questions? But I will say like, sounds good, Blue. I will say like, don't ask me vague questions though. Like, do you guys even know what you guys need to get better at? All right, you know what? I gotta go. Sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta go, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Much love. I'm sorry. I gotta meet a friend soon. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everyone take care. And I wish you guys the best of luck on your ranked games and continue to keep improving. Don't tilt and head up. All right. Peace. Peace, 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 peace.